Grand Rising family, how you doing today? What city are you tuning in from? Yes, yes. Let's read a little bit today before we lay it down. Wanted to try something new. Hope your day is great. May your tomorrow be greater. Ashe. So it is. So it will be. I got to post up on social media. So give me a moment. And while I do so, yeah, what's good with your family? Yeah, what city are you tuning in from? Yeah, this a classic. I still ain't sold it. I need $40 for it though. Got a lot of sentimental value. I think this is the second time I wore it. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, that's better. All right. Yeah, what city you tuning in from? Let me over here too. My bad. Let me try to get this done quick as possible. That's interesting. Okay. Go back here. 1 second, yeah. It's gonna take me a minute. Go ahead and get you something to drink. I got me some cocoa ready. All right. We starting. We getting there. It's taking a moment, but hey, what can I say? What city you tuning in from? What have you learned thus far from Blueprint for Black Power? What books have I not read that you would like for me to read? What topics are being discussed that you would like to expound, or you might have a unique point of view no one's heard, or you'd like to be the first others here? Either way, hit me up. Let me know. It's really interesting. My phone been going out like every day for like 4 days. I'm talking like for an hour change at a time, and not just one phone, all of them. Right. The crazy shit is though. Tip. Yeah, we're gonna get to it real soon. I think we starting off with think tanks today. I'll do my best to be brief. I'm hoping I can be finished by 9:30. I know you ain't even started reading. I know. Trust me. I know. It's been a long, long day. I was supposed to go to an open house today and completely overlooked it. And I mean, I was literally prepared 2 hours before. Got caught up. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting ready to get there. Let me see. Where am I? Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Let's get it. I'm waiting to log into my last account. What city are you tuning in from? What have you learned from Blueprint for Black Power, or even this week? Just anything that you would like to share. Comment in the comment section. There's some free resources in the description if you'd like to look. There may be something there, may be of use for you. As things get better, I'll have more resources, that I like to make sure that I deliver. Like, share, subscribe. If you donate, may the ancestors return that favor to you 10,000 times fold. Or, yeah, instead of tenfold, I'm saying 10,000 times fold. Like, may they return that to you 10,000 times, and with the intent and with the swiftness in which you gave it. I'm not coffee equity. Yeah. I'm not coffee equity, bro. Well, I wanted to see how long this was going to take, but it's looking like they're trying to lock me out of my account. This is why I didn't post, because I want to post to all my sites. That's so crazy. Now that's interesting. I don't know how I did that, but it did let me back in. And I was saying switching profile. Like it let me post as one, but the page is connected to it. It wouldn't let me post to. So I was trying to figure that out. I'm sorry, I'm holding you up. I guess I'll put it in the chat. I'll start reading at 15 minutes. Because if you know me, I just start later and later. Pardon. I'm going to just say 16 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. All right, I'm gonna keep it simple, right? Think tanks. The work of influential policy planning organizations such as the Council on Foreign Relations and the Business Council is reinforced by coterie of specialized research information and expert advisory groups and institutes. Indeed, it is within these think tanks, further supported by university-based research, that the deepest and most critical thinking takes place within the policy planning network. The most important institutes and research centers connected with universities, receive much of the funding from foundations. A number of the larger and less specialized independent think tanks often undertake contract research for businesses or government agencies. Via think tanks, foundations, university centers, the corporate elite, pardon me, finances a counter-revolution of ideas that would overwhelm the voices of vigilant citizens. They also counter the reign of true democracy in America and the ideas and policies which could make it a reality. Since the 1970s and 80s, a period of increasingly conservative ideas and presidential administrations, think tanks such as the American Enterprise Institute, AEI, and the Hoover Institute moved from intellectual marginality to become primary sources of Washington and national opinion. The intellectual output is these and similar centers are utilized to inform and shape the thoughts and behavior of the media and politicians. By 1983, the AIE, the American Enterprise Institute, budget had increased nearly 18-fold from 1965, from 600,000 to 10,600,000. This explicitly conservative think tank has over 600 corporate contributors, including Citicorp, Chase Manhattan, AT&T, Chevron, General Motors, Exxon, General Electric, Procter and Gamble, and it also says about how much each of them, all of them, gave like 100,000 to 171,000, as well as the support of corporations like IBM, Morgan, Guarantee Trust, Ford, Firestone, and Goodyear. Located in Washington, D.C., the AEI produces policy prescriptions and intellectual parameters for important political debates and issues. It has argued copiously against the minimum wage, producing some 9 or more scholarly reports on the matter. These arguments, were obviously favored by their corporate funding sources. Centers like AIE often seek to hide their political biases behind a veneer of disinterested scholarship. The Hoover Institution at Stanford University is another well-funded, over $8 million, in addition to regular corporate sponsors, including right-wing millionaires like Joseph Coors, the beer magnate, think tank, which concerns itself with a range of public policy issues. The Heritage Foundation aggressively intellectualizes the class objectives of its generally right-wing corporate investors. It is the source of many ultra-conservative legislative ideas and critiques of social programs. This think tank has also received funding from Coors, $100,000, to aid its conduct of research and educational activities on major public policy issues. Since the early 1970s, a host of additional right-wing think tanks and institutes have been resuscitated or created. The Institute for Contemporary Studies, under the aegis of EDMEESE, one-time Reagan Attorney General, the Georgetown Center for Strategic and International Studies, the Center for the Study of American Business, were among a number of centers designed to promote free enterprise. The latter organization, founded by conservative economist Murray Weiterbaum, who later became chairman of Reagan's Council of Economic Advisors, engaged in strong intellectual attacks against governmental regulation. It did much to promote deregulation. It must be kept in mind that these conservative think tanks have their moderate and liberal rivals. To AIE, Hoover, and Heritage may be opposed the Brookings Institute, the Committee for Economic Development, and the Council on Foreign Relations. The Brookings Institute, formed in 1927, conducts some study groups for government officials as well as general study groups. More importantly, it is a source of new ideas and consultants for policy groups and government leaders. Its board of directors greatly overlap with CED and CFR. The Brookings Institute, once the preeminent home of liberal intellectuals, has reportedly steadily shifted rightward in ideology and personnel of late, apparently under pressure from its newly financed conservative rivals. We would be remiss if we did not include the Cato Institute in our present discussion. This organization, founded in 1977 as the research and policy think tank of California's Libertarian Party, is one of the most influential corporate bodies in Republican politics and in Washington today. That was 77, so that's 45 years ago. Founded in San Francisco and moved to Washington in 1981. Neither wholly traditionalist, neoconservative, or liberal, Cato has advocated replacing Social Security with a system of individual retirement accounts, the privatization of federal deposit and the savings and loan insurance programs, a phased withdrawal of the U.S. from NATO, and the decriminalization of drug use. Cato, though no longer an exclusive libertarian think tank, shares with other libertarian research operations the belief that that governmental functions, federal, state, and local, should be turned back to the private sector. I'm gonna just stop there for today because I see that it's just getting more and more in depth into the story of these political think tanks. And it's interesting because I want to hear what they got to say, but I want to be focused. And I know I held you guys up, and I'm 9 minutes past what I was trying to do, or 10. So I appreciate you for showing up. Please check me on tomorrow. I'll probably get up early, and I'll do the rest of that chapter, or at least half of it, because it's not really long, but it's long-winded. It's not as interesting as the rest that I want to read right now. I mean, it's telling me things that I don't know, but I'd have to read that about 2 or 3 times to actually remember each and every one of the agencies. What I do know is just crooked people doing crooked things. That's what crookedness is, you know? So I hope your today is great. May your tomorrow be greater. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. If you donate, may the ancestors return that favor to you 10,000 times fold. You feel me? Ashe. As always, race first, and at all times, race first. At all times, race first, and race first at all times. Ashe. Good night, family.